Here today we'll be working a quadratic equation, and before I continue, I want to explain what it means. What are these expressions? These expressions here are called quadratic trinomials, and how can we resolve it? You find two factors which when you add them up, you have minus 26, which is the coefficient of y, and when you multiply them, you have plus 25. Now let's come here. When you add them, a plus b, you have minus 26. When you multiply them, you have plus 25. What will be the two factor? The two factor will be minus 25 minus 1. Minus 25 minus 5 will give 1 will give us minus 26. And the multiplication of minus 25 times minus 1 will give us plus 25. Now let's come to the board to resolve it. We already get our two factors to be minus 25 and minus 1. Now here, you substitute those two factors into this equation, whereby you have y squared minus 25, bring down the coefficient and the variable y, minus 1y plus 25 is equal to 0. Now, the next thing, what are the next things for us to do? The next thing is you factorize these equations. How do we factorize it? Factorize the first two terms, y squared and minus 25y, and these last two terms, minus 1y plus 25y. Now, let's do the factorization of the first two terms. You have y, when you factorize, y is common in both sides. You bring it out, then open your bracket, you have y minus 25. Then what is common between the last two terms? 1 is common. Then you bring it minus 1, you have y minus 25 is equal to 0. Notice something. The values you have in the bracket must be the same. Once you discover that the values are different, know that there is an error. Now here we have been able to factorize our long expression into two expressions. Now you bring down the what? The F1, now you bring down one of these two common factors. 5 is common on both sides. You bring it as you have y minus 25. Then you bring out this value y minus 1. That's y minus 1 is equal to 0. Here we are solving for y. If you are told to factorize, this has been, here we have to solve for y. Now you equate your y minus 25 to 0 or y minus 1 to 0. Then you have y is equal to 0 plus 25 or y is equal to 0 plus 1. Then you have y is equal to 25 or 1. Now notice this. Since this is a quadratic expression, it is expedient for you to have two values for y, because the highest index in this quadratic expression is 2. Now if you have your highest index to be 3, which means the value for y will be 3. If you have the highest index to be 4, the value for y will be 4. Now I hope you are able to understand this. Thank you.